Hi everybody, Sean Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com and Posted Outdoors. This video I'm shooting here today is an iced prince nymph. This is one of my favorite flies to fish. Most of the videos you watch I usually try to add a little flash to my flies, and this one's all flash. I hope you like this fly. I promise you it'll work really well. It's just a good all-around pattern and will catch you lots of fish. Okay, the fly I'm about to tie here is an iced prince nymph. It's just pretty much similar to the regular style of prince nymph, the standard style, except for the fact that we use ice dubbing instead of peacock curl. If you watch my other videos, you'll see I like to tie things. I like to tie nymphs, and I like to tie them with a lot of flash. I use a lot of ice dubbing when I tie it. We're going to start this out with red thread, just like we do in the standard pattern. And I'm going to tie it back here to the bend of the hook, and I'm going to make a big ball at the back of the hook, just like I did in the standard. We're going to put goose biots back there. And I want to splay them out. Okay, now we're going to put brown goose biots, just like in the standard, like I said. And one on each side. And see where, get them at the length I want them. And then tie them down, put the other side in. Okay, and then gonna wrap it back to that ball. And when I get back there, I'm gonna let that ball splay the two biots out. You'll see how it splits them. It gives it a nice V there. Okay, I'm gonna cut off my tag ends here. Okay, and then we'll clean this up a little bit. Next thing I want to do is add a piece of gold tinsel. And I'm going to wrap that back to the bend. Okay, now here's where we differ from the standard pattern. Instead of using peacock curl, I'm going to use peacock ice dub on this. I'm going to wax my thread a little bit and add some peacock ice dub to it. Cut that. Okay, I'm going to cut it right now, and I'm going to switch to a different thing. Okay. Alright, now, here's where we differ from the pattern a little bit from the standard pattern. We're going to put on the back side of this, we're going to use caddis green ice dub. This is actually going to be 2 colors on this instead of like the standard on the standard prince nymph. We use 1 peacock curl the whole way up. This, I'm going to put caddis green ice dubbing here on the back. Dub that onto my line there, onto my string. And wrap it forward. Okay, and I want to wrap this just about halfway, maybe slightly a bit past halfway. Then I'm going to rib the back end of it here. I'm going to get about 3, maybe 4 ribs on there. Then I'm going to tie this off. Get my thread a little closer, it's easier to work with. Okay. Got that tied off there. Now I'm going to trim this off. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to put my goose biots on. And just like the standard pattern, I'm going to use white for the wings. And like the standard, I'm going to crisscross them a little bit. And I'm going to lay them right on top. Get them to the length I want them. Lay them on top. I'm going to pinch it down with my fingers. and then tie them down. Okay, just like that. Get them tied down on the top, spread apart like that. Then I'm going to come back and trim this off. Clean it up a little bit. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of hackle to it. Again, like on the standard pattern, I'm going to use a brown. I prefer to use the brown Brahma hen. I like to work with the Brahma hen. It has a nice mottled look to it, and I just prefer working with it. It's easy to work with. I'm going to tie it down. Okay, make a cut off my tip here. Make 2 or 3 loops, or 2 or 3 wraps, I should say. Don't need a lot of hackle on this. Actually, sometimes I don't even put the hackle on it. And I'm going to tie the hackle off. Okay, now I'm going to peel all the hackle back so it lays down with the fly. Okay. And now, the different step on this is I'm going to add a little bit of peacock ice dubbing on the front of this. And it actually has 2 different colors of green to it. I fish this a lot. I really like using this. I don't know. I do pretty well with it on my nymph leaders. One of those good generic searching patterns. Like I said, if you'd see my fly tying box, there's a lot of ice dubbing and a lot of fancy colors in it. A lot of flashy colors, I should say. I'm just going to dub this on here. Don't want to get real big, don't want to take away from the fly. But dub it on there. And then make the little collar at the front there. And tie it off. I do real well with this on the native fish that I fish around my area here. I tie it down small as 16s and 18s, but I do real well with the size 12. Like I said, you can see the splayed tail. Remember the technique with the ball at the back of it. You can see the little bit of red there. Make sure you split your goose pilots on tops to make the wings. And it's not really that hard of a fly to tie. You just might take a couple to practice. This isn't the best one I've ever tied, but you get the idea behind it. Alright, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you learned it. I promise you, if you try this fly out, you're going to catch fish on it if you know how to nymph fish. It's a really good fly, and we carry the products used to tie this fly on our website, holsingersflyshop.com. So check us out there, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be updated when we come out with new videos.